Hello everyone, this is an apology and a warning before we get to the video. The video's audio is bad. It's really bad. That's my fault, and I do apologise. However, there's nothing I can do about it, so what I'm doing instead is warning you now and telling you that you probably want to skip ahead to episode 31, where we will recap episodes 29 and 30. If you still want to watch episodes 29 and 30, you're welcome to, and here they come. However, you have been warned, and if you want to stop watching because the audio is so bad, I won't be offended. I fully support this course of action, and in fact I recommend it. So, if you're going to skip it, I'll see you in episode 31. Otherwise, here comes the Darkest Dungeon. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. In the last episode, I seem to recall, we went on a quick run to try and get some money, and we ended up levelling Ellie up to level 3, so now our antiquarian is actually only going to go on difficult missions, or at least missions that we consider to be more difficult, but I'm not going to dismiss her. You can't make me, I'm going to put my foot down, stamp, wah, toys out of pram, not going to happen. We have a choice of basically two things. Let's have a look at where we can go. There's this boss, the new one in the ruins, and then there's this the one that we failed at previously, which killed Dutch. Really, this one, it's just DPS. Make sure you can hit the back, DPS the shit out of it. We could do that one, but we only have... Well, these are our options, basically. Mr. Steve, Snowland, Viva Folix, and Pete. Maybe Penelope Puddles instead, but you're in the... You're in for stress relief anyway, in the cloister somewhere, so we can't take you. We can't take Viz and Mr. Steve, we can't blah blah blah. What we really want is a Vestal, but we don't have room in our roster. What we want to do is therefore upgrade the roster, but we need more everything. So from now on, our choices really are... just keep doing stuff. That's basically what we're going to have to do, just keep doing stuff. We do have a new Dutch. We haven't taken Murray out for a while. Nor Megastos, nor Brian, nor Marcus, or blah blah blah. We don't have a healer down here, which is the main issue. Because obviously healers are more likely to level up quicker, because they're going to be in high demand, right? Makes sense? So I think what we do is we try and take some of the higher level people out again. Call it a leveling up run if you will. Try and get enough stuff to make sure our stagecoach can be leveled up. Or just accidentally kill somebody, that's also an option, but I'm not going to get rid of anybody on purpose. Just to... Like, we never use Brian, do we? I'm almost tempted to get rid of Brian just because we never take him anywhere, but... There's still an opportunity to do healer-less runs, but that ain't going to work for the cannon. We really need the healing on the cannon. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it another couple of episodes before we try the cannon again. I would like Penelope Puddles to be able to come with us on that, because that's a good DPS unit. So I suppose we might as well try and take out Ash, basically, I'm thinking. Take out Ash, or we take out Decline. Decline seems to have become... Yeah, that's right, 4 speed. We decided that was okay. But D is right up there at the level 4, so D and Jekri are basically going to have to hang out for a while. So let's have a look at our next set of level 3s. You are leveled up. You are not. Do we use this? Yes. Do we use Hound's Harry? Yeah. To some extent. Hello? I think my game's crashing. There we go. We're back. That was a brief moment of panic when I thought I'd have to start the episode again and explain that I'd done stuff. It's okay though. Target whistle. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now I'm thinking maybe we unlock something else here. We don't really use this, although it doesn't tell you get up here. I mean, it could be really good up here, couldn't it? I don't know. And guard is not that useful. We might as well save the money unless we really want to take something else, like a 125% stun. I think actually Cry Havoc might be good, because these all work from the back, right? Yeah. But let's plus 5 stress heal is nice, especially if we're going to go places where you get stressed out, and as you level up, that's more and more likely. Oops. Ash, you're okay, so we'll be taking Ash again, I think. Maybe we try taking some level 2s with some level 3s rather than level 3s and 4s. So Snowlin, no point taking you. Not to sound too dismissive. We'll upgrade Mr. Steve because he did well recently. We would like Zealous Accusation. And we've used this once or twice, but it wasn't brilliant. I don't know what to do with the rest of Mr. Steve's skills yet, because we only really use those 3, but I guess at some point we're going to find that these turn out to be really, really good. But at this stage, they're not that good. So let's think. Miri, Ash, Mr. Steve, and Beaver Phonics, Doug. So you're pretty good. That seems like a decent party composition. We're not going to be taking a bounty hunter with a Houndmaster, which is often quite a nice setup, but let's put Ash at the back. Just let me set it up and then decide where to go. A short veteran mission, short veteran. I'm thinking medium veteran, although we get another one of those again, so maybe not. That's a bit shit. I mean, maybe we could think about doing dark runs if we make a collection of dark trinkets, but for now, I'm not sure that's too valuable. Medium apprentice, medium apprentice. Let's do a medium veteran run. Where is it? Here it is. It's the Cove. The Cove actually benefits from damage over time. Maybe Viva Phonics and Mr. Steve are not the best ones to bring on now. Alright, we'll do a short one. Basically, I want to make sure that the party that we take is suitable for the place that we're going. Doug here, and I'm actually going to put Mr. Steve in the second position. Even though that doesn't sound too great. Basically because Doug has Iron Swan, and Iron Swan is probably my favourite attack in the entire game. So there you go. Unequip all trinkets, sort by character class restriction. We've got the bleed chance. Do you have a if it bleeds? Oh yes, it's that one there, which looks like a horrible amount of blood. That's good. I like if it bleeds because it actually does the melee damage on top. And then there's an accuracy thing that we always give you, which is this one. You can take some protection, maybe some... I don't really want less speed. Let's try something that isn't the same less speed all the goddamn time thing. Like... this one. And... we don't have Blight. We do have a stun. Maybe less dodge should be okay. We do have Ash backing us up. A Beast could be good. No range skills on that unit. Heal skills are not likely to be taken. Light resist, bleed resist, less disease resist is not necessarily good. Just a straight up stun skill chance is fine with me. You're going to be doing a lot of... I don't know if the dog counts as melee or ranged, which is interesting because... I mean, it could be... there's an argument to be made in either direction, which means... What do you take? More dodge, more speed, less debuff. Well, we'll take this, because it's nice to have a bit of trap disarm. I'm not sure about this, though. More speed might be good. I think the speed is better when you're going to work with somebody else to set up a mark and then take it down sort of thing, so maybe not that this time, but I'd like maybe a debuff chance trinket. What have you got? Damage versus marked and a mark. Ah, there's a protection reduction that I was talking about in the previous episode. It is on the Houndmaster. A bleed and a stress heal. So this is just straight up damage versus beast as well. Did I give you the... there is a Beast Slayer's ring actually, so... where is it? No. The other one. Where you at? Beast Slayer, Beast Slayer... versus Beast. Here we go. It's less dodge, but it's not less speed for once. Plus 25% damage. Basically, you're going to kill the shit out of beasts. And Ash will give you this one. Less speed is fine. Less stress damage is ideal. Less stun skill chance is not brilliant, but maybe we can buff that again. Or maybe we can just deal with it. Resistances is probably a good idea, because that way, if Ash gets attacked with those things... yeah... or the scouting thing. No, the other one. This one. Maybe. Quite... yeah, we'll take that. Slowing the healer down, as I've mentioned before, is not actually the end of the world. In fact, it's probably a good thing, because it means that the healer gets to go after everyone else has already taken the damage that they're going to take. I think I'll fully stack on torches this time, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that was all of it anyway, so I could have just kept clicking. We'll take some bandages, we'll take some medicinal orbs, and we'll take all of those shovels. Yes, please, because it's a long mission. It's a medium-length mission. It's not. It's a short mission. What are you doing? That's why that seems strange. Okay, cool. In which case, we won't take this either. I'm tempted to, just because, you know, you can get stuff with it. Yeah, we'll do it. And then we'll go. I remembered my trinkets. I think I've provisioned the correct stuff for the most likely curios that we'll find along the way. But mostly we're here just to level up a little bit and try and just get stuff. We really need
they
to
breed
find
quickly down there in the dark.
a
But
lot.
perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Curio, which requires nothing. We really need to find quite a lot
Beyond measure.
of heirlooms, so we're just going to have to keep
And the fool.
wailing away at this until we can get as many of these done as possible. If it bleeds, it's probably a really good thing to use on this, because of the amount of bleed that we do. It's only 3 points around, actually, so I'd like to level this up as soon as possible. Stun, like, it's got 40% bleed resist, but I still think it's probably the best thing. That's 5 to 10, it's still going to be 4 hits. Whereas if we can stack up bleeds, yeah, I think we should do that. Or just kill that. Let's kill that first. We can hit it, which is a good start. It's going to be DPS, but mostly, well, honestly, mostly I don't know what it can do. That's a bleed and a debuff, but it didn't hit us, and yet we still know that. So I guess we try and stun this Joker's back. Just in case it tries to have a go. It did try and have a go, and it's managing it. Unfortunately, the stun didn't happen. But you dodged that. So we're doing really well on dodges, which is super useful. And now I will mark this target, which has high protection. Try and remove that. Yes, we did. That's excellent. So now it's only got 15%, only got 15% protection, which is great, because now the next turn, you can definitely do something good there. We'll just hit this since we can't do anything else. 13 damage is great against this thing. That's the stress attack, I think? Yeah, not brilliant, but we came in with no stress, and we did resist the stun, which I'm happy with. Oh. Just a little bit of stress spread out there. Right, so now we can attack this for a lot of damage. We could have stacked up this minus prot, but I'm not too concerned. This will probably die. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to hit as well. It's not. It's basically dead anyway, to be honest. So now we just hit this a lot, which should be great, because that is 2 damage, so you need to do some. I actually think you should heal yourself. Because you did take a big hit, which is not great. And 10 on that is really... How have you got such speed when you're so big? Outrageous. Probably everyone gets stressed out. By quite a lot as well. This is one of those situations where maybe... Well, this would probably be a good idea. But also... This is one of those ones where, because it's not a medium run, not actually as good as it would be if we had the opportunity to camp just before the end. Wow, that was quite a lot. They don't stack at all, which is very annoying. 80, 70, 130%. Miri, needed. Yeah, a long mission or a medium mission. Excuse me. We can camp just before we go home. Try and get rid of a lot of that percent of room battles, and that's all of them. I was going to go here anyway, but still, we can get rid of a lot of the stress that we've accumulated during the run just by camping towards the end. But on this, we're basically you're doing what? We're forced to send anybody who comes back with too much stress. Daconomania. Obsessed with killing. So we're going to open even more fucking stuff. We're going to have to... Excuse me. Oh, heck. I've got one of those throat things going on again. We're going to have to de-stress anybody who comes back with too much stress. And I forgot to crack the torch before we walked in here. Nobody got any surprise. Unsurprising, but we can Iron Swan use, so I'm going to.
Annihilate.
That is probably the best outcome I could have hoped for from that attack. And that's the best outcome from that attack. So this has turned out to be a really good encounter, despite the fact I mildly screwed it up at the beginning. So you've got protection, you've got dodge, you've got protection. You're a gross thing. Are you a beast? Yes. Can I kill you? Not quite. Can bleed everything, or at least try. You've had a go, and you're going to hurt, but not much. Right, so what we're going to try and do is hit this for as much damage as possible, because it's a beast, we get a bonus. And then on the next turn, hopefully... Oh, we've still got Mr. Steve to have a go. Oh, that's bad. Mr. Steve hasn't had a go yet, so... You can hit this.
Confidence surges.
That stops that from doing whatever that was thinking of doing. And now you do get another go. So if it bleeds, you can avoid a lot of the protection on this and still do a lot of damage. 3 damage for 3 rounds. So you're dead after the 3rd round. But what we can do now is this one, where we bleed everything and hopefully hit them. Which puts you at 6 HP. You're dead on your next go, so you get a go now. Perfectly happy. Well, not happy with it, especially since you just crit me for half my HP. But that attack rarely hits, is what I've noticed. No stun. Good. That attack rarely hits, but when it does, it seems to hurt. That's fine. But I'm thinking is since this one had its go anyway, I didn't have a choice in the matter. It's going to die on its next turn, so I don't need to worry about it, which makes me quite happy. So that's more protection on yourself. Mark yourself. This is 0, a small amount of damage, but really not worth trying. Is it worth trying? You've got 2 damage per round. If I stun it, which I 50-50-ish, slightly more than 50-50, then you mark it. We'll try for the stun. It did work. You died, and you bleed anyway when the stun comes off. But now I can use Miri over here to... Oh, you can't if it bleeds the front one. You can use Miri to reduce the protection on it for Mr. Steve's next go. Well, I could try. It may resist. Didn't resist. So you've got 8% protection, which is a lot better than it was. Notice it says 25%. It's minus 25% protection. That's minus 25 percentage points, not minus a quarter. So, you know, it had 20, like 30-ish, 33. Everyone gets some heals. It had 33% protection. It now has 8% rather than the third of 33, quarter of 33 less. Perfect. And I should get you a bit of stress relief here. So you're actually perfectly happy. Maybe we should start using this a bit more to try and keep ourselves in check, because this is turning out to be quite a stressful mission in the first place. Plenty of curios, so you're no doubt going to try and do everything with everything. You might as well stress yourself out as much as you like. Ash. Seriously. I don't care about that. See if we can get better. Ash, you're my scapegoat right now. Nothing happened. Okay. Okay. I'm perfectly happy for nothing to happen. If nothing continues to happen before we get to the end of this this particular foray into this dungeon, I'm going to be quite happy with that. You're surprised. Thank you. So you're going to Iron Swan that. There is a dodge chance, which is quite high. 89% to hit. Excuse me. With the rest of the actual, you're not dead yet. 8-3. You dodged it as well. Well, everything's done some damage and got a bleed, which is not ideal. And you might get a go, which I'm not happy with. Dodge 9. Could kill it. That's worthwhile. I'm happy to have done this. And we could maybe stun... No, we can't. We could stun that one, which has also got a stress attack. And it might not do it, but it could still. So I'm just wanting to remove the amount of stuff that this party can do on its go. No disease? Just a debuff. Less dodges. Passable, I'm okay with it. The less damage this can do, the fewer units that can have a turn, the better. I mean, we're in a better situation than if we hadn't done anything or if they'd all gone first, so it's kind of difficult to complain, ultimately. That's certainly going to kill it if it hits. It's only 3/4. Ah! Deal with it. We spent so many attacks focused on that single unit there. But it seems to have been the right call, but more by luck than judgment, actually, to be honest with you. Okay. Less healing received, but I think we'll just live with it. That basically puts you back at normal, right? You're now at parity with life. Did I want to unlock this, maybe, instead of one of these? Could be a good idea. We really need to debuff, well, both of these, really. Dodge again? Ah, too much to ask for, I guess. Garth! I want to do this as well. I want to do everything with Miri and not really anything with anybody else. Let's do this first. That at least gives us a better opportunity, a better chance of getting out of this fight while we still can. I don't think we need to heal too much, but I'd like this not to have another go. So I'm going to try and stun it, which worked. Then in future we have a little bit more leeway to actually get rid of that. We don't have to focus it the next turn, is what I'm suggesting. Bleed is fine. I mean, we can tank it. That's the purpose. Wow. A bit less protection doesn't necessarily seem to be that great. I guess we just wicked hack to make sure this dies. And then you, when you get a go, can Hounds Harry. Just yap these. I really want everybody who's got... Oh, I want these two units to have their turns, basically. Of course, that means it'll get its go on the next turn, which is not necessarily ideal. But I want to... Can I kill it? I can't. May not have been the best of plans. That was more of an experiment, see if we could get it done. I couldn't. Oh, yes, thank you. Monkey noises there, indicating that we actually got to go before it did. So we must have very similar
triumphant pride
speed stats
dizzying fall.
Because the fact that we rolled to go first on that last round was very lucky. Stop sort of stressing out just because you're going back. It's somewhere you've been, you know? It's necessary, but also, it's nothing to worry about. You should be happy to go somewhere that's new. Right, what have we got here? We've got a torch, which is... Ash, it's a torch. Chill. Use it.
The light, the promise of safety.
Torch. Not going to use it. We haven't used any of the food yet, but, you know, Sod's Law will dictate that if I didn't bring any food, we'd have starved 3 times by now. More battles, though. The battles of... Oh, what is this all about? Hunking Swine Tor and a large Corpse Eater. My guess is that these things hurt a lot. You've got high protection, you have not. So you're probably a stress unit, and you're going to be a tank unit. So what I'm going to have to do is try and 6 to 11 or 8 to 16. With a 12% crit, 7.5% crit, but also there's a bleed chance, but it has 80% bleed resist, so we're not doing that. 16 is a good amount of damage. I think that was a max roll of that, in fact. You're a beast, so 8 to 12. I think we focus this down. With a crit, it's outrageously good luck. Can we stun it? Not really. I think we just try and keep people alive. Ash is going to be completely in charge of making sure nothing actually dies in this situation. And you dodge that, which is really good. And
exposed to
did crit Ash. That's a big problem. It could turn out to have been a big problem. Ah, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. I guess we try and do this to try and get anything that may have a... this has a target attack, right? But it missed. So I'm assuming these two work together. And what I'm thinking is that when that one tries to mark someone, which failed, when it tries to again the bleed resist, it tries to do a mark, then provided it succeeds, then this thing will follow up on the mark. That's what marks are usually for. I guess we just Iron Swan this. It's overkill, but it'll do the job. So if we make ourselves marks,
the turning point.
So I'm imagining that would have been a lot more damage to Mr. Steve. But Miri hasn't got any protection, and yet still... Oh, 10% actually. From a quirk. Excuse me? Hard skin. Just straight up protection. That's pretty nice. You've got 40% stun resist. Oh, that wasn't... Whatever. Let us... You're a human beast. I'm actually going to deprop you, or at least try to. And then on the next turn, use the Hands Rush, which has therefore got... That's going to have plus versus marked and plus versus beast. So I guess our only opportunity here, our real choice is 40% bleed resist. It's a strong bleed, but I don't think it's good enough to overcome the difference made with using this, especially if we roll high. And crit! Which I'm very happy with. So now you're back into the range of that. We're doing well here, I think. Just that little bit of, little bit less good dodge. Protection on that has made all the difference. I think everybody gets some healing here. 4 is a decent amount. I suppose 33% extra heals. 3 would go to 4. Yeah, do it again. Don't understand why you went first, but I'm happy that you did, because now we're in much better position to tank the damage that this thing's going to try and do to us when it does get a go. And it's actually bleeding. So this is at the front, which I assume means that it's doing this crunching backhand because it hasn't got a choice. It would be nice to get to heal Miri a bit, but more I'm just pleased that we succeeded in that.
Trifling victory.
Crit
But a
and dodge.
victory nonetheless.
That better than this? Might be better than that. I'm tempted to put this on you because you seem to have a bit of a shit dodge. But Doug has got less dodge than Mr. Steve, and yet is dodging way more often. Ah, yeah, okay. So we should... I really want to be using the bleed skills, but we don't necessarily have the opportunity. This seems like the sort of thing that's always good, and then if we put holy water on it, it's bad. Ash, you're our guinea pig. Okay. Use it. Buff. Damage and accuracy and crit. Well, my instinct was right. My first instinct was right, but my second instinct was bunk. Hold up. Crate is empty. Very well. Better indeed than a trap.
Such blockages are unsurprising.
How surprisingly pragmatic of you to consider that. Use the torch. Oh, we'll surprise them anyway, but what is to use the torch? Okay. You are going to, if it bleeds, that. It's 3 damage per round for 3 rounds, so we still need to no, this one. It needs to hit it a little bit more, but we can do that. It's a surprise. So now we will rush it down like this. It's dead. That's perfectly fine. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oops, I've just knocked my headphones out. Hold on. No, stop making the weird noises. We're back. Stun one? You've got a buff to stun and you've got a buff to bleed, which is basically what I should be using these 2 units to do, but I'm not. That is an outrageously good crit. Well done. I'll give you that. So these are both human. At least it says they're human.
Death.
Stop it. Seriously. What is your crit chance even like right now? Seriously, stop. Okay, good. You've got 18 dodge and you got hit that many times. You just shit. You're bleeding. You are de-stressing. Try and calm everybody down a little bit. Seems to be more difficult than you might have considered. I mean, it's only a small amount of stress down. Because of when Miri gets to go, it's not always the easiest thing to do. What's this going to be? 3 damage per round for 3 rounds. Better to not let it do any more damage to us than to try and spread out the damage. Oh, yeah. Only one. What we really need is to increase the chance that that thing actually does de-stress us. I'm going to control it up a little bit. What have we got here? 16, less than 10. I think we just do this on you. Yeah, that's only halfway there, so... You are bleeding, you're right. We'll end this fight, that seems to have been good. 4 damage per round is gonna be okay over time.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I mean... We don't need this shovel. Which is fine. We might as well use this. I haven't come across any curios that need anything putting on them so far. We should probably use the doggy treats as well. Oh yeah, nothing in here. We need to do this very last room, which is a shame. Because it has meant that we've had to walk to every single room and do basically every single... every single battle, every single interstitial battle, as well as all the... you know, actual room battles. Not this guy, though. Less surprised. What do we do here? Do we do our usual thing and take out the one at the back? I'm going to go with yes. This isn't ideal at all. See if we can get a bleed on everything. We did get a bleed on everything, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, you again. A crit for 16 is really nice. Bit of stress heal. I've still not actually changed your skills around. I should actually think about that at the end of the... at the end of the thing instead of the start of it. We never use this at all. Well, I think it does everybody. Actually, ouch. Bleeds. No debuffs, no bleeds. That's just some damage, which I'm quite happy with. That's a crit, though.
Blurred vision.
Nobody appreciated that crit, so I think everybody's going to have to go in for some stress healing, which is really annoying because I was hoping to get at least, you know, more than one person out of this without completely freaking them out. Why are they getting every go? 7, 4, 2. Right. Your protection is 0. You've got protection. We should eat a doggy treat as well. We'll do that on the next round. Promise. I mean, we should, but you can do it. What's this? 3 rounds, 3 rounds. Yeah, I don't like the fact you seem to be causing stress. Also, I like looking badass for a couple of minutes. Another stress attack. I mean, at this point, there's not really much point trying to reduce the amount of stress people have, because it's going to cost the same. We're having trouble keeping up with these heals, actually. Unless we crit on a party heal, you know, that's it, we don't have much chance. This inspiring cry is not very inspiring. I think it does everybody. Oh, it doesn't do everybody. In that case, I don't really care about it. Your stun resist 70%. It's just too much. I'm just going to hit you. I hope that's okay. Why did that do so little damage? Yeah, now we killed you. You are going to die, though. That's really helpful. Appreciate that. Thank you. Please follow one of the many plans that I've got for you to die before it all goes horribly wrong. Maybe we can... It's 4 more damage. We might as well use these. We've got them. And then you... I think we need to party heal at this point, just to try and keep everyone in the game. What's that? Stun? Just stress. Oh, and a bleed. Oh, perfect. But you're going to be using the... damage and accuracy. Okay. Can't not kill it. You're going to be using the bandage. That's all right with you.
Unless inordinate exsanguination
Honestly,
be considered a virtue.
5 gold, 15 gold. Let's get rid of those. We're not going to use them before we walk to there. Or I could have just done that, but it is what it is. Right, let's eat all this food. We're at the end. Yes, we are at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Everyone is at least suitably. Ooh, until camp. That's a problem. Everyone's got some HP. That's okay. You again. Well, we should be okay here, of course. The stress is a problem. No one is going out on another mission anytime soon. Well, I guess that's okay. Can you please crit? Okay, I'll let you on. Everyone dodged, so you're very lucky that you're still alive. That, however,
single strike
was awful. So please don't do that again. Yeah, I'm just going to keep forgetting about Mr. Steve's talents, because at the end of the thing, I've already got to the point where I'm starting to think about the next one, right? I'm trying to recover. I'm not thinking about redoing everyone's thing. What was that supposed to be? That didn't work. And you got debuffed, so you're slow. Interesting. These crits are outrageous!
body and brain.
What is happening? I think we can just get everybody here, right? As long as you bleed, yeah, that's fine. Then we can, if it bleeds this as well, it basically should kill it, I think. 5 damage, and, well, it will on the next round, so it did get a turn that I'd like it not to have had, and that was ouchie, but we're not bleeding. So now we just hit this a lot, and keep healing the people who have recently taken the most damage, I guess. Because at this stage, as long as we're still alive at the end of this fight, we're fine. This is bad. So you're dead and you're dead. You're going to do this. You're the only person you stress healed.
Gently.
And it wasn't even enough.
This is how a life is taken.
You're literally going to die now. That was an excellent crit, which is really useful. I will feast on your heart! Yes, I will. I've heard Doug say that. In real life. He meant it. Oh well, this is the last rain of whips that ever happens. No stress. Mr. Steve's resolve is tested. You are powerful. Thank you. How much does that get back? That's actually probably the best outcome we could have expected, or even hoped for, based on the criterion that I wanted to not have to put everybody in for a shitload of healing at the end. What is this we've won? Dodgy Sheath. That's pretty good. More dodge, more speed, but less accuracy. On ranged only. We'll get rid of that. I'm not using that. Yeah. Why not open this? Brought a key, damn it. I'm using it. Fine. It's trapped! Why is it even trapped? Let's go home. That was a pretty poor mission. You can see how they're going to start getting harder as we do more difficult missions. Come on. Ranged investigation the dark arts. +3 crit melee. It's fine. Less crit in general. More stress damage in wield, which I think is just where we just were. I mean, balance was good and lurker sucks. Again, we keep getting things that are good for low light. And I really don't want to do a low light mission ever again. Well, I do, because you get a lot of stuff. Like maybe a low light mission with Ellie would be amazing.
To that final crowning thing. I could not.
These are going to be expensive.
Nor could I look away.
High level. But Doug's level 3 now. Well, that's nice. Ash, that's too expensive. You can get pissed. That's very expensive. We've got less than we had at the start of the episode. I'm not sure about Tim. Maybe. And Mr. Steve as well. They're on the cusp, aren't they? They can't... I suppose they could go to an easy mission rather than a hard mission. Because that was a difficult mission for level 3s, 2s and 3s rather than being an easy mission for levels 1s and 2s. So I think we did okay. We could have done better just by not being there, but you know, it is what it is. Activity. So you went out most recently. Wait, what? Ah, you're in the thing. You're available, and you're locked up. That's pretty good. So these two are, you know, in the runnings already. Yeah. Level, activity. It's a stable sort. That's pretty cool. It maintains the order that was already there, except for the ones that are, you know, important. So you first sort by level, and then get rid of people who you don't care about. I do like that. But what I actually want to sort by is anybody who needs to go and get stuff removed. More stress damage is probably pretty bad. Let's get rid of that before we end the episode. And end the episode we will. On the next episode, I would like to try and level even more people up if possible. And sort of try and get to the stage where we're actually mentally and physically prepared to go and fight that cannon. And then we'll also have another episode where we try to fight the new boss in the ruins. But that's a future episode, and this is now, and now is the end of this episode, which is cut between this episode and the next episode, which hasn't been uploaded yet, and I haven't even recorded it yet. But this is the junction between the past and the future, so if you will permit me, I will now sign off and say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like or a comment or such like. You can catch us on Twitter and on Google Plus if you ever look down below. So we all appreciate the reshares and the retweets and all the good things you have to say. So do come back next time for even more.